Well, good afternoon, everybody. We're here at Blue Earth Speedway. No, Golden Spike Speedway in Blue Earth, Minnesota. Excuse me. Right now we have the driver meeting going on. And after the driver meeting is over, we will be going instantly into hot laps. And the show will begin. So stay tuned. We'll be with you here in a little bit.
When you push your engine to the limit, on the track, the farm, or the highway, only one name delivers unmatched protection. Schaefer's specialized lubricants. With over 180 years of proven performance, professionals don't guess. They trust Schaefer's. And in our region, there's one guy who makes it happen. William Denzer. Racers, farmers, fleets. They all call William because he's reliable, knowledgeable, and gets results. So support the brands and people who support racing. Call William today, 651-253-0999, or email denzer.schaefer.sales@gmail.com. Schaefer's, trusted since 1839. Power in every drop.
Painful steps shouldn't be part of your daily routine. At Foot and Ankle Clinics, PA, we specialize in diagnosing and treating a wide range of foot and ankle conditions, from heel pain and bunions to diabetic foot care and sports injuries. Our board-certified podiatrists, Dr. Jeff Pellersells and Dr. Russell John Hill, bring decades of experience and a compassionate approach to every patient. At our clinic, we are dedicated to serving the community with the highest level of care. Your well-being is our top priority. Serving the communities of Woodbury, West St. Paul, and Edina, we're committed to providing personalized care tailored to your needs. Don't let foot or ankle pain hold you back. Visit footandankleclinics.com to schedule your appointment today.
Yeah, Butler-Built has been a supporter of mine for a long time. I've always run Butler-Built seats ever I got into 410 sprint car racing, and I feel like they have the nicest aluminum seats out there. the craftsmanship, the welding on it is top notch, and now they're pouring my inserts and have the gravel cut seat, and gives you a lot of clearance for your hybrid or your Hans, and I feel like, you know, there's no better seat out there. Yeah, I mean, a little bit of feedback, right? These guys do it every day, so as me as a sprint car driver specifically, you know, every form of dirt racing, the seats are built different, and guys like us, you know, drivers are wearing holes in their hybrids because they're rubbing on the seats, and felt like there was a need for a little bit of a new design and a new generation of the sprint car advantage seat. So, yeah, it's been a fun ride, and hope to continue the relationship for a long time.
Freight is the backbone of the country, and as long as people need goods, they're going to need somebody to get it to them. My name is Matt Bohl with QualityFreightRate.com, powered by T-Force Worldwide. We provide LTL, truckload, and expedited freight services across this country. If your freight weighs over 120 pounds going over 120 miles, that's where my shipping rates kick in. We help companies ship easier for less. With our system, our customers are able to quote and book shipments with ease 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you're having trouble with damages, lost freight, claims of any sort, we can help you with our experience, solve the problem, tell you why it's happening and what you should do to prevent it in the future. Me and my team have been together for over 20 years. We know this industry. We can help all size business, big or small. We love them all, but we have a special spot for small business. Small businesses are pillars in the community. Low rates are critical for a small business because the margins are generally pretty small. They need to have competitive rates. They can't be getting gouged or they lose the sale. Freight is simple. People make it difficult. We work as consultants in the industry, so it doesn't matter what your problem is, we'll solve it. We educate the customers, we solve problems, and we lower their shipping rates. And that's what I've been doing for 20 plus years.
Kevco has been an industry leader in high-performance oil pans and components for over 35 years. Made in Fairmont, Minnesota, Kevco prides itself on being American-made. Kevco has expanded our product line way beyond just oil pans to valve covers, breather systems, jack stands, boilers, wheel sockets, and much, much more. Check out KevcoRacing.com to see everything we have to offer, including our line of street, off-road, and performance oil pans and accessories. Or call 800-770-3557 to talk with our friendly customer service today.
My name is John O'Connor. I'm a snowboarder for life and a business owner in Windham, New York. We run a restaurant and inn here. This is our backyard. Having a backyard park is really special because being able to snowboard at home and not have to get in the car, go to a resort, wait in a line, is your own creative space to do whatever you want, however you want. You're in your element. You're right at home, and it's a really good feeling when you can tune into the space around you with you and your friends and just make something special of it. The Tow Pro has helped my vision come to life with where I would like to take the backyard setup, and without it, it wouldn't be the same. It's the most easy to use, compact, portable, reliable rope tow that you can buy. It's the best thing that I own as far as what gives me happiness in life. Without it, it's not the same when you're hiking. To be able to keep riding and feel like you're snowboarding, that's what it's all about. And the Tow Pro has made that happen.
My two passions in life is racing and selling good high-end meat. So my grandfather came here from Germany back in the late 20s. He decided to open his own shop in 1951. He had all the recipes, he had all the talent. His father was a meat guy. His father's father was a butcher. They weren't football players, basketball players. They were in the meat business. And that's our family. That's what we're good at. Old World Meats was derived from Frank's Meats. That was my grandfather's name. I know the quality of my beef is the best because I've purchased it directly from the ranchers that certified Angus beef. We know what our beef is continuously, and it's very consistent. So we're located up here in Duluth on beautiful Lake Superior, just a stone throw off of Highway 61. I've lived here my whole life, and it's where I wanted to raise my family. To be successful, you need to have a talent. And I knew I was going to be in the meat business. I can taste spices, I can pick out flavors, where they need to come in, where they need to stop. So knowing your strengths are important and knowing where you came from. We have a hot snack stick that's got actually 8 different spices of heat in that, and it layers the flavors in the heat. That's what makes the difference with our product. The most exciting part was becoming coast to coast with the Old World Meats snack sticks. My neighbor stopped me on the street and said, "Paul, I was just down in Georgia and this gas station had your product." It was one of the highlights of the year. I don't know of a state at this point that we haven't had product in. Being in business in a small town really puts things into perspective. It's the little things for me to be appreciated and respected. So this whole operation here, it doesn't have to be the biggest, but it needs to have passion. And today, I'm changing lives of people that work with me. My guys are learning lifelong skills and values. That's the good stuff. Let's make the world a better place. Let's have a good time at it.
In the early 2000s, a monster was created known today as the Outlaw Mini Mod Series. The chassis was dubbed as the Batwing chassis, and the rest is history. Today, the Outlaw Mini Mod Series travels across the Midwest in a plethora of tracks, showcasing the incredible raw speed and talent these cars possess. With the spec jig-built chassis and all the parts same from car to car, it puts racing back into the driver's hands. Finishing first or fifth comes down to setup and driver skill, not just their pocketbook. These spec race cars turn faster laps than most big cars they share the track with most nights. Visit Batwing Chassis on Facebook or batwingchassis.com to learn more about these bad, fast race cars. Batwing Chassis, where fast, affordable fun is the driving force behind one of the fastest growing classes in the Midwest. Join the fun today.
Peterson up top. There goes Peterson. Peterson goes in at number 2 spot. Ice stays one in. Two to go. Adams up to the wall. Off again and down the front straightaway with 2 to go. Oh man, I'll tell you, hang on.
Every great journey begins with a trusted guide. And when it comes to finding your perfect home, there's no one better than Kathy Vetter. With over 10 years of experience and a passion for real estate, Kathy Vetter helps you find the perfect home, a peaceful country retreat, a cozy single-family house, or your very first step toward a lifetime home. She also specializes in commercial real estate, guiding you through every step of the way. From the heart of the metro to the scenic countryside, Kathy Vetter knows the Minnesota market inside and out, committed to finding the perfect fit for you, no matter where you are. Buying your first home can feel overwhelming, but with Vetter by your side, it's a smooth and exciting journey. She makes first-time buyers feel confident, supported, and understood, every single step of the way. From your first showing to handing over the keys, Kathy Vetter works tirelessly to ensure you get the home you've always wanted. Kathy Vetter, your trusted real estate expert across Minnesota. From vibrant metro living to serene countryside escapes to agricultural and commercial spaces. Let her help you unlock the door to your next chapter.
With over 40 years of experience producing quality racing components, we're excited to unveil the Kevco Drive Shaft. Our Kevco Drive Shafts are 100% made in the USA from USA-sourced materials. We have developed our drive shafts using precision machine yokes that offer more clearance with higher strength than any other shaft on the market. Our yokes are then zinc-plated black for long-lasting protection. All our drive shafts are meticulously hand-built and balanced on our brand new superior Driveline Shaft Master drive shaft machine. Every carbon fiber Kevco drive shaft comes loaded with Spicer 1310, solid body, non-greasable universal joints for superior strength. We offer U-joints, U-bolts, slip yokes, and anything you may need for your drive shaft. Kevco has the ability to custom build any length drive shaft for any application you may need, whether it be mild steel, chromoly, aluminum, or carbon fiber. Call us today at 800-770-3557 or check us out on the web at kevcoracing.com.
When you've got to ship it from anywhere to anywhere,
QualityFreightRate.com.
The LTL Freight Logistics Specialist for your small business.
QualityFreightRate.com.
We simplify shipping, eliminate those surprise charges, and negotiate the best rates from most LTL qualified carriers.
QualityFreightRate.com.
Special residential and liftgate rates available for automotive and ag implements.
QualityFreightRate.com.
Use the promo code ICE and get 10% off your first shipment. Startup is so easy. Get a quote and ship today. QualityFreightRate.com.
Ready to make a splash this summer? Grab your friends and head to River's Edge on the scenic Apple River. Whether you're looking to float the day away, camp under the stars, or catch live music and weekend events, River's Edge has everything you need for an unforgettable time. Book your tube, campsite, or party package now. River's Edge on the Apple River. Your summer starts here.
Welcome everybody who's tuning in here. Golden Spike Speedway broadcast on MBTV. We will have Tyler Stofferan calling the races here shortly. Looks like we have a few more classes to hot lap. We're hoping to be going green with our first heats and qualifying rounds in about 10 minutes. Let's just hope that's the case. So thanks for tuning in.
Hello, race fans, and welcome to Golden Spike Speedway for the final race day of the 2025 season. It's the 4th annual Harvest Bash mixed in with the 3rd running of the Upper Midwest Race of Champions. Before we begin any of the racing festivities, though, we're going to need to sweep the track, so stick with us here as the track gets swept, and thanks for watching along on the MBTV Sports YouTube and Facebook pages. Microphone check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Are we too low?
Okay, because there's two shows. One, first one is the hardest one. Hello, race fans, and welcome to Golden Spike Speedway for the 4th Annual Harvest Bash and the 3rd running of the Upper Midwest Race of Champions. We have completed track sweeps, so now we're ready to start racing, but at this time I'd like to ask everybody, please rise if you're able. Gentlemen, remove all hats and headgear and direct your attention toward the infield as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And with that, race fans, for the final time in 2025, let's go racing at Golden Spike Speedway. Rookie red plate karts and Junior 1 to the grid for heat racing action in the Harvest Bash portion of the program. So the format today, a little bit different than what you're used to here at Golden Spike Speedway, running 2 shows concurrently at the same time. We'll start things off here with heat racing action in the Harvest Bash portion of the program. After this round of heat racing action is done, we'll move into qualifying for those competing in the Race of Champions. And then after a short intermission, we'll go into feature racing for the Harvest Bash and conclude racing action this year with the features for the Race of Champions. And rolling onto the track now is our first heat race of the afternoon. It's in the rookie red plate class. 6 laps the distance. Your starting lineup looks like this. On the pole from Sac City, Iowa, in the Sharn Trucking, number 3S is Mason Sharn. Outside of row 1 from Arlington, Minnesota, he drives the Bodie Collision and Glass number 18P, Connor Powers. Starting third from Fairmont, Minnesota, in the Quartz Welding and Repair number 18C is Caden Court, and to his outside from Warsaw, Minnesota, in the Team Cook Racing number 13, Finn Cook. Third row on the inside from Chamberlain, South Dakota, driving the Trumbull Racing Products number F10 is Mateo Farnsworth, and your 6th and final starter is from Bellevue, Minnesota, and he drives the Sage Trucking number 12B, Braxton Sage. Rookie red plate heat race number 1 of 2 is green. 3 wide into turn 1. Now they're still side-by-side battling for the second spot, but out in front early is the 3S of Mason Sharn. Still side-by-side now, a cart loose off the bottom of turn 4. It's the 13 of Finn Cook. He's able to gather it in. We stay green. 1 lap down. And Sharn starting to extend that lead out in front. Meanwhile, the battle for second heating up through turns 3 and 4. Powers leaves the bottom open, and now into second will move the 18C of Caden Court. Powers driving Cook down into the infield there. That's the battle for third place. Cook able to sneak by and overtake for that third position. This time by 2 laps to go for the leader, Mason Sharn. White flag out this time for the 3S. Mason Sharn, the driver out of Sac City, Iowa, turning his first laps of the season here at Golden Spike Speedway. Final corner for the 3S, and now the checkered is out. Mason Sharn, your winner of Rookie Red Plate Heat Race number 1. Crossing the line in second is the 18C of Caden Court, followed by the F10 of Mateo Farnsworth, the 13 of Finn Cook. Fifth place will go to the 18P of Connor Powers, and 6th will be the 12B of Braxton Sage. Up next is the second set of rookie red plate karts. Once again, 6 laps, the scheduled distance for heat race number 2. Your pole sitter is from Miltona, Minnesota, and he drives the Central MN Realty number 14, Kason Negan. Outside of row 1 from Green Isle, Minnesota, in the Pro Design Custom Cabinetry number 26, Ethan Schauer. Starting third from Rose Creek, Minnesota, in the Vote Farms and Custom Mag number 44K is Cohen Vote, and it was outside from Lamar's, Iowa. In the Last Deck Lil Farms number 59, Mason Schultz. Fifth starter from Lake Crystal, Minnesota, in the Hess Technology number 16X is Zayla Manderfield. And your 6th starter is from Grenada, Minnesota, and he drives the 507 Fast Graphics number 16, Riley Escada. Junior 1s are next on the Speedway, followed by Junior 2s, as we turn our attention back to heat race number 2 for the rookie red plates. Negan and Schauer in row 1 looking for the green, and we got it this time. Negan able to grab the early lead. Meanwhile, it's Mason Schultz moving by the 26 of Schauer for second. It's Manderfield to the outside of Schauer. That's the battle for third. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Schultz has reeled in Negan. He's got to run down the backstretch. New leader, Mason Schultz, into turn 3. Schultz a little bobble off the bottom, but able to maintain about a 3-kart length lead over the 14 of Negan at the line. Close battle going on there for 4th, 5th, and 6th as the drivers get the 2-to-go signal. And now we got a kart spinning around in turn 4. The 44K of Cohen Vote gets turned the right direction. We stay green. And now white flag in the air as we got a battle side by side for second at the line. Manderfield to the inside. Couldn't make the pass on the 14 of Negan as they negotiate the Golden Spike Speedway for the final time. Checker flag is out for the Lamar's Iowa driver, Mason Schultz. He wins rookie red plate heat race number 2. Holding on for second is the 14 of Kason Negan. Then Manderfield in third, Schauer 4th. In 5th was the 16 of Riley Escada, and rounding out the field in 6th was the 44K of Cohen Vote. Moving next into the Junior 1 division. Looks like 10 entries today for the Junior 1, split up into 2 separate heat races. Actually, excuse me, there's actually 14 entries, 3 heat races for the Junior 1s, 8 laps, the distance for each. Starting on the pole of heat race number 1 from Sac City, Iowa, the Sharn Trucking number 4S of Easton Sharn. Actually, attention to the pit area, there's been an adjustment to the Junior 1 starting lineup, so please check My Race Pass for the correct lineups for Junior 1. Once again, Junior 1s have had an adjustment to the lineup, so please make sure to check My Race Pass. And I will do the same here, so we get you the correct lineup for heat race number 1 of 3 in the Junior 1 division. So according to my race pass, your pole sitter is the 4S of Easton Sharn out of Sac City. To his outside from Algona, Iowa, the 11Z of Zachary Woodford. Starting in third from Plato, Minnesota, the 15H of Evelyn Hess, and on the outside of row 2 from Fairmont, the 81L of Landon Court. Fifth starter is from Truro, Iowa, drives cart number 5, Jackson Reeves. Junior 1's ready to go green this time. Easton Sharn, Zachary Woodford in row 1. Evelyn Hess, Landon Court in row 2. And Jackson Reeves all alone in the third row. We are off and racing in the Junior 1 class. Evelyn Hess trying to make it a 3-wide battle for the lead into the first corner. Give the early lead to Evelyn Hess. A push from behind comes from the 81L of Landon Court. He'll move into second as Hess leads lap 1. Single file off the second corner. Now here's a move from Sharn. He'll get pushed by the 5 of Jackson Reeves into the runner-up spot. Now Reeves will look to take over that position at the flag stand. Jackson Reeves, winner of the Midwest Max Daddy a couple weeks ago. He'll look for the lead down the backstretch and into turn 3. Jackson Reeves, your new leader. Woodford with a run to the inside of Hess. A little bit of contact there into turns 1 and 2. Give the second place spot to Zachary Woodford as Evelyn Hess will fall all the way back to the 5th position. Side by side for third at the line. Landon Court moves by Easton Sharn, and Hess will follow through into 4th. At the front of the field, it's still Reeves, Woodford, Court, Hess, and Sharn. Two to go this time for Jackson Reeves. Driver out of Truro, Iowa, already a couple feature wins this season here at the Golden Spike Speedway. And now just 1 lap remains for that 5 cart. Woodford hanging with him in second, then it's a good distance back to third place running Landon Court. Checkers out Jackson Reeves, your winner of Junior 1 Heat Race number 1. Woodford second. Court goes third, then Hess and Sharn rounds out the top 5. Next on the Speedway will be the second heat race in the Junior 1 class, also 8 laps in distance. Your pole sitter is from Esteline, South Dakota, and he drives the Ward Shopping Center number 45C, Colin Griffin. Outside of row 1 from Cherokee, Iowa, in the Guest House Bar and Grill number 10X, Colton Miller. Starting third from Mayer, Minnesota, in the Reimer Construction number 10, Landon Reimer. On the outside of row 2 from Mankato, Minnesota, in the Sonics Body Shop number 1C, Colt Carter. And starting 5th from Melvin, Iowa, in the SK Repair number 12, Blake Clancy. So your 5 starters for Junior 1 Heat Race number 2. We'll have the Junior 2 class next on the Speedway, and they will be followed by the Adult Light Division. Yellow flag will stay on the Speedway here as we were looking for that top 2 carts on the front row to be side by side when they get to the painted line in turn 4. Cooper gives him the green flag this time, and we're off and racing down the front stretch. It's a good start for the inside line as Griffin will lead him off of turn 4. Right there on his back bumper is the 10 of Reimer. Landon Reimer still connected at the back bumper of the leader, Colin Griffin. And running in third is the 10X of Colton Miller. Fourth, the 12 of Blake Clancy. And now we got a kart spinning in turn 4. It's the 1C of Colt Carter. Green light stays on. Still no separation between the top 2 karts. Now here's a move from Reimer to move side by side down the backstretch. New leader into turn 3. It's the 10 of Landon Reimer. Griffin will try to fight back at him as they cross under the flag stand. 5 laps down, 3 to go in the second heat race for the Junior 1 class. Swinging way high off of turn 4 is the 45 of Griffin, as they'll work to put the 1C of Carter a lap down. White flag in the air this time for the Mayor Minnesota driver, the 10 of Landon Reimer. Griffin will get stuck behind the lap cart here, and that'll allow the 10X of Colton Miller to close in on the final circuit around the Speedway. Checkers out, and it will be presented to the 10 of Landon Reimer. Colin Griffin finishes in second, then Colton Miller. Blake Clancy fourth, and Colton Miller in the 6th spot will be your finishing order for the second of 3 heat races in Junior 1. If you're watching along on the MBTV Sports live stream, we are working on getting the live timing and scoring up on the screen for you, but at this time running into some technical difficulties. But hopefully you'll get that sorted out soon so you can see live timing and scoring here at the Harvest Bash. Next on the Speedway is heat race number 3 for the Junior 1 class. Your pole sitter is from Williams, Iowa, and he drives the J.J. Wise Auctioneering number 15T Action Jackson Thompson. Outside of row 1 from Cherokee, Iowa, in the Cruise Tunes, number 9, Macy Pogler. Starting in third from Mayor, Minnesota, in the Reimer Construction, number 81, Gavin Reimer. And on the outside of row 2, starting fourth from Primgar, Iowa, in the UTESH Racing, Logan Toy Shop, number 24R, Ryder Logan. Fifth and final starter is from Waseca, Minnesota, and he drives the Ron's Repair, number 7R, the Calvinator, Calvin Rosenthal. Final Junior 1 heat race. Looking for the green this time. They'll be followed by Junior 2, then Adult Light. But as for now, all eyes on the front 2 karts as they do not receive the green this time. All right, take 2 this time. Thompson and Pogler on the front row. This time they're side by side. Perfect looking start as we're green flag racing down the front stretch. Another great start for the inside line there as Thompson, Reimer, and Rosenthal move into the top 3 positions. Ooh, and there's contact in turn 4. Possibly between Logan, and that sent the 7R of Rosenthal around. Yellow flag out, and I don't think we completed the first lap. So a complete restart upcoming. Yep, kart's getting set up in a complete restart formation. A reminder to those in the pit area, if you're looking to get the live audio from the racetrack here on the radio, you can turn into 94.1 FM. That's only available locally, 94.1 FM for Golden Spike Speedway live commentary. Green's out once again for the junior ones. And it's a big move from the 15 of Gavin Reimer. As Rosenthal looked to his inside, Reimer will lead the first lap. Now they're single file down the backstretch and into turn 3. Reimer, Rosenthal, Logan, Thompson, and Pogler. Rosenthal dive to the inside down the front stretch. He's side by side into turn 1. He'll take over the lead off of turn 2. Reimer back into second. Ryder Logan sits in the third spot. All three of those karts in contention here as Macy Pogler and Jackson Thompson look to keep pace. Just crossed the halfway mark. 4 laps down and 4 to go. Calvin Rosenthal able to build a 0.5 of a second lead last time by over the 15 of Reimer. White flag waving this time for Calvin Rosenthal, the Waseca, Minnesota driver. Started in 5th and methodically worked his way forward. He will be your winner of Junior 1 heat race number 3. Reimer in 2nd. 3rd will go to the 24R of Ryder Logan. Macy Pogler 4th. And Jackson Thompson finishes in 5th. Junior 2s next on the Speedway. 10 laps, the scheduled distance for the Junior 2s this afternoon. Starting on the pole of heat race number 1 is a driver from Madison Lake, Minnesota, and the Hine brothers, number 25, Owen Peterson. Outside of row 1 from Nicollet, Minnesota, in the Borg's Home Realty number 07 is Robbie Perino. Starting in 3rd from Madison, Minnesota, in kart number 36 is Preston Pulford. And on the outside of row 2 from Sioux Center, Iowa, the double-edge construction number 21 of Miles Faber. 5th starter from Primgar, Iowa, in the UTES Racing, Logan Toy Shop number 82J is Javen Logan. And on the outside of row 3 from Jackson, Minnesota, in the Cruise Pavement Solutions, Titan Pro number 39, Tayson Drahota. Correction, 8 laps the distance for all heat races this afternoon at the Harvest Bash and Race of Champions. So 8 laps on the board. Owen Peterson and Robbie Perino in row 1. Peterson, a feature winner this season here at Golden Spike Speedway. Green's off, and it's a great start from Perino. He'll jump from the outside of row 1 into the lead as they'll go 3 wide, battling for 3rd. Javen Logan on the inside, moves by Pulford and Faber. And now Tayson Drahota into the top 5. Down the backstretch, it's Perino way out in front as they look to complete the 2nd lap. Here's a pass for 2nd. Javen Logan with a little help from the 06 of Gavin Allen to move into second. Peterson back into fourth, and now he's under fire from the 21 of Miles Faber. This time around, halfway down, 4 to go for Robbie Perino, currently enjoying a 1.8 second lead over Javen Logan in second. Allen third. Faber has worked his way into the fourth spot and back into fifth, the 39 of Drohoda. Peterson and Pulford round out the field. Here comes a run from the 21 of Faber, able to make the pass on Allen into turn 3. 2 to go for Robbie Perino. The Nicollet, Minnesota driver running unchallenged out in front of Junior 2 heat race number 1 with Logan second. Faber will close in as they work the final trip around the Golden Spike Speedway. Checkers out. Dominant fashion win for the 07 of Robbie Perino. Drag race for second. Close call for second, but according to my race pass, it's the 21 of Faber just edging out Javen Logan and Tayson Drohoda to the line. Pulford 7th, Peterson 6th, Allen 5th, Drohoda 4th, Logan 3rd, Faber 2nd, and your winner, Robbie Perino. Second and final heat race up next for the Junior 2s. And starting on the pole is the driver from Arlington, Minnesota. In the Bodie collision and glass number 24P, Mason Powers. Outside of row 1 from Boyden, Iowa, driving the top-notch tree service, Bogie Seeds, number 37T, Tony Schwayback. Third starter from Lake Crystal, Minnesota. In cart number 16X is Braylon Manderfield. And on the outside of row 2 from the Mars, Iowa, in the Agritech, Davison Trucking, number 16, Tavian Schultz. Fifth starter from Melvin, Iowa, the SK Repair, number 21CC, that's Carter Clancy. And let's see, on the outside of the third and final row is cart number 20 from Mankato, the Sonics Body Shop entry of Gage Carter. Powers and Schwayback will lead them off of 4, and we're underway. Once again, it's that outside pole sitter that gets the early jump. Tony Schwayback will lead him off of 4, 1 lap down. Schwayback, your leader. Manderfield into second, and now Clancy emerges in third, but he'll get passed down the backstretch here by the 16 of Tavian Schultz. Three laps down, carts getting spread out on the speedway. Schwayback's lead last time by 1.4 seconds over the 16X of Manderfield. Two laps remain for the driver from Boyden, Iowa. Schwayback running a regular schedule here at Golden Spike Speedway. No doubt paying off in a big time as he's putting on a dominant performance in the second and final Junior 2 heat race of the... Oh, we got a cart around in turns 1 and 2. White flag already has been presented to Schwayback and will stay green here to the finish. Checkers out for Tony Schwayback. Manderfield finishes in second, Schultz third, fourth will go to the 21cc of Carter Clancy, and fifth the 24P of Mason Powers. Credited with sixth will be the 20 of Gage Carter. Adult light carts next on the Speedway, followed by R-Box. R-Box 1, I should say. Fourteen entries today for the adult light division, split into 2 separate heat races. On the pole of heat race number 1 is a driver from Jackson, Minnesota. He drives the Cruise Pavement Solutions Titan Pro number 39, Zach Drahota. Outside of row 1 from Mankato, Minnesota, in the Manderfeld Trucking number 12, Kyle Manderfeld. Starting in 3rd from Des Moines, Iowa, in the Ace Performance Engineering number 118, it's Nathan Donahue. And to his outside from Easton, Minnesota, in the Daroon Racing Engines number 20, Evan Linder. Your 5th starter is from Wells, Minnesota, and he drives car number 22. It's Cody Paul. And to his outside from Orange City, Iowa, the Utesh Racing Ultramax Racing Chassis number 2K of Caden Utesh. 7th and final starter from Atwater, Minnesota, in the Lambert Racing number 17, Michael Lambert. Gee, it looks like maybe there was an adjustment to this lineup as well. Lap 1 in the books. Drahota out to the early lead. Here's a push to the inside. Goes the 30M of Spencer Johannesson. He'll take over the 2nd spot. Gavin Gregory rides in 3rd. Then Carter Johannesson and Jesse Allen, your top 5. Drahota continues to lead. That lead, though, shrinking ever so slightly as Johannesson and Gregory are reeling him in into turn 1. Laps running down, though, in the first of 2 adult light heat races. Here's a move from Gregory to the inside of Johannesson. Gavin Gregory into 2nd. He'll have 1 lap to make a move on the leader, Drahota, as the white flag will wave. Gregory knocking on the door. Down the backstretch for the final time into turn 3. Here's a bump from Gregory. He'll look to the inside as they come to the line. Drahota by a nose. Zach Drahota able to hold off the run from Gavin Gregory at the line. Let's see if I can get you a correct lineup here for adult light heat race number 2. On the pole from Jackson, Minnesota, driving cart number 2 is Aaron Katarabic. To his outside from Mankato, driving cart number 12 is Kyle Manderfeld. Starting in 3rd from Des Moines, the 118 of Nathan Donahue. And starting in 4th from Easton, Minnesota, the cart number 20 of Evan Linder. Cody Paul in cart number 22 starts on the inside of row 3, and alongside him from Orange City, the 2K of Caden Utesh. 7th starter is the 17 of Michael Lambert. That's your lineup for the final adult light heat race of the afternoon, and they're green off at turn 4. Oh! Carts collected there in turn 2. It was Nathan Donahue in the 118 that nearly turned over, but luckily everybody stayed on the correct side there. Back to green, though. The 17 of Lambert had a hand up, and now we'll go yellow. Lights out, we'll look for the green this time. Katarabik and Manderfeld, your front row. Manderfeld with a great jump on the start. He'll lead him off of turn 2. Ooh, and there's contact into turn 3. Evan Linder looked to make a pass for second, but got over the back quarter panel there of Katarabik. Yellow's out, another complete restart upcoming for the adult light class. Next on the Speedway is R Box 1, followed by R Box 2. We'll go single file this time. Katarabik will lead. Manderfeld second, then Donahue, Paul, Utesh in fifth, then Lambert and Linder as we're off and running. Katarabik left the inside line open there for Manderfeld. He steps to the door. Here's a big run from Utesh. Moves from fourth into second. As Katarabik will get shuffled back into the 7th spot. Linder moves by Lambert for a spot in the top 5. Manderfeld continues to lead. Utesh in second, then Donahue, Linder, and Paul, your top 5. Katarabik and Lambert round out your field. Now it's becoming a 4-kart race at the front of the adult light heat race. Manderfeld, Utesh, Donahue, and Linder. 2 to go this time for the driver out of Mankato, Minnesota. Here goes Evan Linder to the inside of Donahue, able to make the pass for third. White flag in the air this time for Kyle Manderfeld. Trouble for the 22 of Cody Paul. That kart off the pace, rolling around the high side of turn 1 and 2, but the checker flag is out. Kyle Manderfeld, your winner of adult light heat race number 2. Caden Utesh second, Evan Linder third, Nathan Donahue fourth, and rounding out the top 5 is the 2 of Aaron Katarabik. Next, we'll move into some wing kart racing, the first of 3 winged divisions competing this afternoon at Golden Spike Speedway. It's the R Box 1 class. And with 12 entries today, we'll run 3 separate heat races. And on the pole of heat race number 1 from Spring Valley, Minnesota, driving the Rebel Diamonds, number 26, Kimber Zimmer. Outside of row 1 from Boone, Iowa, driving the Farley's Wholesale Tire and Quick Lube, number 25, Brock McCumber. Starting in third from Foley, Minnesota, in the Mike Brunny Construction, number 3R, Remington Kipka. And on the outside of row 2 from Milan, Minnesota, in the Schweiders Ford, number 10, Jack Canton. Zimmer and McCumber will lead him off the corner to the green flag. Ooh, a little bit of contact there between Kipka and Canton. We'll go single file to put the first lap down. Kimber Zimmer, the newly crowned track champion in the R-Box division right here at Golden Spike Speedway, will show the way. Battle for second into turn 3. McCumber on the inside, momentarily able to hold off the run of Remington Kipka. Kipka tries to the inside into turn 1 that time. McCumber able to cut off that move as well. Canton now will try a move to the inside of Kipka. They're side by side for third. As the third lap will go down, Zimmer leads McCumber, Kipka. Zimmer, McCumber, Kipka, and Canton. And now Remington Kipka to the inside of Brock McCumber. That's the pass for second. McCumber will try to cross him over down the backstretch, but Kipka holds him off. And now with 2 laps to go, Kipka a little bit sideways off of turn 4. Trying to cut into that 2-car length lead for Kimber Zimmer. As Kipka's able to close in into turn 3. White flag in the air. Kipka's got to run down the front stretch. Zimmer tries to cut him off into turn 1. She's able to hold on to the lead. Into turn 3 and off of 4. Coming to the checkered flag. Kimber Zimmer, your winner of R-Box Heat Race number 1. Remington Kipka second. Brock McCumber third. And fourth will go to the 10 of Jack Canton. Second set of R-Box next on the Speedway for their 8-lap heat race. Your pole sitter is out of Burt, Iowa, and he drives the Waltman Farms number 5 RJ. It's Rhett the Jet Raymond. 2's outside from Blooming Prairie, Minnesota. In the Busy Bee Daycare number 6, Reagan Matson. Starting in third from Milan, Minnesota. In the Pioneer Seas number 16 is Ledger Canton. And on the outside of row 2 from Colton, South Dakota, driving the Pro Aviation number 67, Owen Carsrud. Raymond and Madsen, your top 2 carts not equal there, coming to green, so we'll stay under yellow. I was about to say Rhett Raymond and Reagan Madsen, a couple of regulars here at the Golden Spike Speedway this season. And in the second row, a couple drivers making their first ever starts, I believe, here at Golden Spike. That'll be Ledger Canton in the 16 and Owen Carsrud in the 67, as the green will come out this time. Rhett Raymond will lead the first lap, and into second will go the 16 of Ledger Canton. Carsrud running third, Madsen in fourth, as the carts get spread out on the speedway, this time by 2 laps down and 6 to go for the Burt, Iowa driver, Rhett Raymond. Last time by, Ledger Canton 0.3 of a second quicker than the leader, Rhett Raymond, as that lead continues to shrink off of turn 4. Down to a single kart length. The distance separating Raymond from Canton into turns 3 and 4. Two laps to go. A little bit of a bobble there from Raymond off of turn 4. Canton unable to capitalize with now 2 to go. Another big sideways spin there from Raymond. He's able to hold on with the white flag in the air. If Canton can make it close down the final corners, who knows what will happen. He'll try to the inside into turn 3. Raymond able to hold him off, and he's smooth off the corner. Drag race to the line. Rhett Raymond, your winner of our box heat race number 2. Ledger Canton second. Owen Carsrud third. Reagan Madsen in fourth. Third and final R-Box heat race is next on the Speedway. They'll be followed by the R-Box 2 division. And then we'll move into the Bomber class. But here's your lineup for heat race number 3 for the R-Box. On the pole from Cherokee, Iowa, in the EAS Engineered Autosports number 5, it's the D-Man Dakota Schleff. Outside of row 1 from Chamberlain, South Dakota, cart number F10, driven by Mateo Farnsworth. Actually, do I have the... Second row on the inside from Walters, Minnesota. In the installation services, number 5B is Bristol Greenfield. And the outside of row 2 from Blooming Prairie, Minnesota, the KIK Marketing Heath Lemke Construction, number 4M of Maverick Lemke. Schleff and Farnsworth are leading him to green. Bristol Greenfield to the inside of Farnsworth for second, as Dakota Schleff will lead the first of 8 laps. Lemke around the high side of Farnsworth, able to make the pass for third. And now Lemke coming after Greenfield. 2 laps down, and Schleff has already built a 1.7 second lead out in front of the third and final R-Box heat race. Maverick Lemke still wanting to go to the high side to pass the 5B of Bristol Greenfield, as Greenfield will slide off the bottom in turn 2. Lemke unable to make the pass. At the halfway mark, Schleff's lead now sits at 2.6 seconds. All eyes on the battle for the runner-up spot. Oh, contact between Greenfield and Lemke. And it sounds like the 5B of Greenfield was already spinning when that cart collected the 4M of Lemke. So it's the 5B of Greenfield, the cart that spun on its own, ended up collecting the 4M of Maverick Lemke, bringing out the caution here in our box heat race number 3. Five laps down, 3 to go for Dakota Schleff, who just saw his nearly 3-second lead evaporate down to nothing. Restarting on his back bumper will be the 4M of Maverick Lemke. And in third, the 6th of Mateo Farnsworth. And restarting at the tail, the 5B of Bristol Greenfield with 3 laps to go. Schleff back on the gas. Greenfield quickly to the inside of Farnsworth for third, as we see if Maverick Lemke can keep pace with the D-man, Dakota Schleff. Final trip around the Speedway, and now the check. Oh, this is the white flag. The Cherokee, Iowa drivers with multiple feature wins this season at the Key Kart Speedway, and the Plessis Motor Speedway is off of 4. Checkers out, Dakota Schleff, your winner of our box heat race number 3. Lemke second, Greenfield third, and Farnsworth in fourth. Our box 2 karts next on the Speedway, followed by the Bomber Division and then Adult Heavy. And rolling onto the track now is the first of 2 our box heat races. Your pole sitter is from Alexandria, Minnesota, driving the Long Prairie Sanitation number 14, Breck Lanou. Outside of row 1 from Winter, South Dakota, in the Wilcox Farms number 28, Annie Duffy. Starting in third from Fairmont, the Court Welding Repair number 31K of Oliver Court. To his outside from Plato, Minnesota, driving the Hess Technology number 15H, Evelyn Hess. Starting in fifth from Rose Creek, Minnesota, in the Vote Custom Ag and Farms number 16K, Cade Vote. And your sixth and final starter is from Lake City, Iowa, card number 116, Maggie Davis. Oliver Court with a nice move into second, but lap 1 will be led by the 14 of Breck Lanou. Kart's now single file down the backstretch. Lanou, Court, Hess, Davis, and Duffy, your top 5. Vote running in the 6th spot as there goes Maggie Davis to the inside of Evelyn Hess for third. Hess will try to cross her over as they go side by side down the backstretch, battling for the 3rd spot. At the line, Maggie Davis holding on to the 3rd position as the 16K of Cade Vote able to move into the top 5 with a pass on Annie Duffy. At the front of the field, still Breck Lanou in the 14, maintaining a 7/10 of a second lead over the 31K of Oliver Court. And in the closing stages of this heat race, Breck Lanou able to open up that lead to now 1.3 seconds over the Fairmont driver, Oliver Court. White flag in the air this time for the Alexandria, Minnesota pilot, Breck Lanou. Checkers out in our box heat race number 2, picking up the win. Cart number 14, Breck Lanou. Oliver Court second, Maggie Davis in the third spot. Evelyn Hess fourth, Cade Vogt fifth, and 6 to the 28 of Annie Duffy. Second and final heat race next on the Speedway for our box 2, and they'll be led to green by the driver from Litchfield, Minnesota, in the Hartwick Performance Engines number 16X Aubrey Karg. Outside of row 1 from Crook, South Dakota, in the Work Weld Inc. number 85R Renly Goff. Starting in third from Olivia, Minnesota, in the Twiga Racing number 10X Daniel Landers, and to his outside, starting fourth from Whitmore, Iowa, the Connect truck in number 49L of Landon Connect. Starting in fifth from North Mankato, Minnesota, in the Impulse Tattoo and Piercing number 99K Jacob Core. Yellow lights will stay on. We'll retry to start this second of 2 heat races for our box 2. Next will be the bomber class, and they'll be followed by adult heavy. Good looking start off at turn 4. We're off and racing. A couple carts connected in turns 1 and 2. Landers and Karg, the individuals involved. Yellow flags out. Complete restart upcoming. Green's out once again. Aubrey Karg and Renly Goff battling for the top spot off of turn 4. Their contact side by side. 3 wide into turn 1 as Landers tried to sneak by to the outside as Karg was driving Goff down into the infield. And all 3 carts collected in turns 1 and 2. Yellow's out. I think the message delivered to the drivers there was they're looking for a little bit cleaner racing when we go back to green. So now we'll go single file. Renly Goff will lead them to green. 1 lap down, still 7 to go for our box 2, heat race number 2. Landers will try the high side. Looking for a way around the 16X of Aubrey Karg. Karg able to slam the door into the third corner. This time by 3 laps down, 5 to go. Renly Goff continuing to show the way. 1.1 seconds now, the difference between the Crook South Dakota driver and the second place running 16X of Aubrey Karg. Once again, Landers trying to stick his nose in there. Now there's contact off of turn 4. Karg able to hold on to the second spot. Landon Connect sits in the 4th position. Jacob Core in 5th. Laps winding down. 2 to go signal given that time to Renly Goff. Landers to the inside of Karg, able to make the pass for 2nd. And now Connect will try to make the same maneuver as the white flag will wave. Kart spinning in turn 4. It's the 16X of Karg. And the yellow will finally come out for the 16X of Karg. And we'll have a green-white checker. Now the checkered flag will wave along with the yellow, so they will call this race complete. Picking up the win from Crook, South Dakota, the 85R of Renly Goff. Daniel Landers 2nd, Landon Connects 3rd, Jacob Core 4th, and Aubrey Karg credited with 5th. Bomber Kart's next on the Speedway. On the pole from Atwater, Minnesota, in the Lambert Racing number 17, Michael Lambert. And on the outside of row 1 from Lake Crystal, Minnesota, driving the Hess Technology Manderfield Trucking number 181, Braylon Manderfield. Starting in 3rd from Huron, South Dakota, in the Olympic Chevrolet Buick and GMC number 27 is Kevin Horn. And your 4th and final starter is from Toronto, South Dakota, in the Johnson Lawn and Tree Service number 02, Morgan Pearson. Outside pole sitter on the gas a little early that time. Yellow lights stay on. Green's out for the Bomber. Manderfield to the inside of Lambert for the lead on the opening trip around the Speedway. Braylon Manderfield leading lap 1. Lambert in 2nd. Now he'll look for the lead as he'll dive off of turn 2. Back to the point goes Michael Lambert. He'll slide up off the corner and back to the lead now, the 181 of Manderfield. Pearson runs 3rd, and Horn travels along in the 4th spot. Closest battle on the Speedway is for the lead. Under the flag stand they go. Braylon Manderfield and Michael Lambert. Braylon Manderfield able to build up some distance as we got a kart spinning on the high side of turn 4. It's the 0-2 of Morgan Pearson. Was running third at the time, but we stay green. 2 laps to go for Manderfield. His lead over Lambert sits at 0.6 of a second. And now 1 lap to go for the Lake Crystal, Minnesota driver, Braylon Manderfield. Lambert unable to do anything with him. Coming to the checkered, Braylon Manderfield, your winner of Bomber Heat Race number 1. Michael Lambert second. Third will go to the 27 of Kevin Horn. And fourth to the 0-2 of Morgan Pearson. Second and final heat race for the Bomber class next on the Speedway. They'll be followed by the adult heavy class, and then we'll round out heat racing action with the BP wing class. But here's your lineup for heat race number 2 in the Bomber division. On the pole from Mankato, driving car number 16 is Kylan Black. Outside of row 1 from Laverne, Minnesota, in the Moorfield Diesel, number 4, Gavin Gregory. Starting in third from Winnebago, Minnesota, in the Tim Herzog Trucking, number 55, Sunshine White. And on the outside of row 2 from St. James, Minnesota, in the Manderfeld Trucking, number 18T, Austin Frederick. Final Bomber heat race is green. And Gavin Gregory in that Moorfield Diesel wedge cart grabs the early lead. Black, though, right there in second as they complete the opening circuit around the Golden Spike Speedway. Gavin Gregory continuing to drive away from the rest of the field out in front in cart number 4. Kylan Black still runs in second. And then in third at the 55 of Sunshine White, rounding out the field in the 18T is Austin Frederick. 2 laps to go for the janitor, Gavin Gregory. Out of Laverne, Minnesota, he'll see the white flag this time. 1 to go for Gregory. Checkered flag is out for the second heat race in the Bomber class, and give it to cart number 4, Gavin Gregory. Kylan Black finishes in second. Third to the 55 of Sunshine White, and rounding out the field in fourth, 18T, it's Austin Frederick. We've come to our last class of the afternoon. It's the BP Wing Division. And after the BP Wing Heat Race, we will move into the Rookie Red Plate class. Those that are in the Race of Champions will run heat races after this BP Wing. Adult heavies. Did I move? You got adult heavies,
Yeah, adult heavies are next.
I don't care. You can race me. I want three-wheelers. I don't care. I was just like, I don't.
Correction, up next is the adult heavy class, then the BP Wings, and then we'll worry about the Race of Champions heat races for the rookies and then qualifying for the rest of the divisions.
I blame it on that MBTV. They're always messing us up.
I think I got it. All right, rolling onto the track is the first of two heat races in the adult heavy class. On the pole from Madison Lake, Minnesota. And driving the Hine brothers, number 18 is Chris Peterson. Outside of row 1 from Cherokee, Iowa. In the north side tire, number 9, Max Pogler. Starting in third from Des Moines, Iowa, the Ace Performance Engineering 118 of Nathan Donahue. And to his outside from Rapid City, South Dakota. Driving cart number 68 is Carter Johannesson. And out of the bomber cart and into the adult heavy is your fifth starter from Laverne, Minnesota, the Moorfield Diesel, number 4 of Gavin Gregory. Max Pogler will grab the early lead off of the outside of the front row. Peterson back to second, but he'll have a bunch of carts to his inside as one lap will go down. Pogler with the lead. Johannesson now into second. Gregory drives by Donahue for third. At the halfway mark, this time by Max Pogler with a 1.4 second lead over Carter Johannesson. Gregory continues to run third, Donahue fourth, and Chris Peterson in the fifth position. Johannesson misses the bottom that time. He'll lose 2 spots to Gregory and Donahue. So with 2 laps to go, Pogler way out in the front. And into second goes Gavin Gregory. Third, the 118 of Donahue, and Johannesson back into fourth. White flag out this time for the Cherokee, Iowa driver, Mad Max Pogler. Checkers out. Pogler, your winner of adult heavy heat race number 1. Gavin Gregory holds off Donahue for second. And give fourth to the 68 of Carter Johannesson, and fifth, the 18 of Chris Peterson. Final adult heavy heat race is next on the Speedway, and starting on the pole from Sanborn, Iowa, driving the Van Hoff Trucking, Siebes McGraphics, number 55, Trevin Back. Outside of row 1 from Rapid City, South Dakota, in the Johannesson Racing, number 30, Spencer Johannesson. Third starter from Orange City, Iowa, in the Utesh Racing Ultramax Racing Chassis number 2K, Caden Utesh. And on the outside of row 2 from Jackson, Minnesota, in the Hawk Wings number 2, Aaron Kataravic. Trevin Back and Spencer Johannesson side by side as they take the green. Now Utesh to the inside of Trevin Back. He'll grab the top spot off of turn 4. One lap will go in the books, and it's Caden Utesh showing the way. Johannesson with a run to the inside of Trevin Back. Couldn't make the move into turn 3, and now we'll have the 2 of Aaron Kataravic to deal with. Johannesson able to get to the inside of Trevin Back that time, and now into second goes the Rapid City, South Dakota driver Spencer Johannesson. All of this happening about 1.6 seconds behind the leader, Caden Utesh. Two laps to go for the 4-time Bullring Nationals champion, Caden Utesh. And now 1 lap remains for the driver out of Orange City, Iowa. A full straightaway is his lead over second place running Spencer Johannesson. And off of turn 4, checkered flag is out. Caden Utesh, your winner of Adult Heavy Heat Race number 2. Spencer Johannesson second, Aaron Kataravic in third, Trevin Back in fourth. So up next will be the BP wing class. Following that is when we will have the Race of Champions heat races for just the rookie class. All the other participants and the Race of Champions will be in qualifying according to the race order on My Race Pass. Here come the BP wing carts for the Harvest Bash heat races. And starting on the pole from Ironton, Minnesota in the Godfrey Plumbing and Heating number 11, Jackson Godfrey. Outside of row 1 from Spirit Lake, Iowa in the Builders Paint Solutions number 2K, Luke Krager. Starting in third from Crooks, South Dakota in the Workweld Inc. number 10 is Rixton Goff. And to his outside from Walters, Minnesota in the Yost Trucking and Excavating number 4L, Lucas Greenfield. Fifth starter from Spicer, Minnesota in the Waterless Geothermal number 16J, Jasmine Flickinger. And starting in sixth from Owatonna, Minnesota in the Plaguey Trucking number 19, Jacob Demmel. Starting in seventh from Cottonwood, Minnesota, the 69 of Kaysen Rylson. And your eighth and final starters from Dawson, Minnesota in the Enlist Weed Control Systems number 6 of Kara Mamali. We are green flag racing in the BP wing class. Big drive from Mameli looking for a spot in the top 5. She's left to settle for 6 as the first lap will go in the books. Jackson Godfrey leads the opening lap with Krager running in second. And then it's a good distance back to the third place running number 10 cart of Rixton Goff. Goff now under fire. He'll lose that third spot to the 19 of Jacob Demmel. Kaysen Rylson into the top 5 at cart number 69 as carts getting spread out on the speedway. This time by 3 laps down and 5 to go for Jackson Godfrey. Krager trying to keep pace in second and Jacob Demmel in the 19 trying to run him down. Rylson was able to get by Goff and now we got a cart. Oh, the 19 of Demmel just lost a rear tire. Yellow flag is out. Off of turn 4, the 19 of Jacob Demmel lost his right rear tire. Yeah, and that tire is sitting up here in the front stretch tires. A amazingly able to keep control of the cart was the 19 of Demo. He'll pull off the Speedway now as we go under caution. Five laps to go in the BP Wing Heat Race. Jackson Godfrey will lead him back to green next time by. Luke Traeger runs in second, and up into third is the 69 of Kaysen Rylson. Rixton Goff will restart in fourth in front of Greenfield. Mameli and Flickinger. We're back underway. Rylson applying the pressure to second place running Luke Traeger as Godfrey had a lead of nearly 4 kart lengths last time by, and it stretches out this time down the back stretch. Rylson once again working inside. We got a 3 kart spinning in turns 3 and 4. The 6 of Mameli, the 16 of Flickinger, and the 4L of Greenfield, all three spinning around, bringing out the yellow flag. Adjustments being made to the lineup here as the 6 of Kara Mameli pulling off the Speedway. All right, I think we're happy with the restart lineup. Jackson Godfrey will lead him back to green next time by with 4 laps to go. Luke Traeger will restart in second, then Kaysen Rylson, Rixton Goff in fourth. And restarting in fifth will be the 16J of Jasmine Flickinger, and at the tail, the 4L of Lucas Greenfield. Great start from Luke Traeger, right on the back bumper of Godfrey into turn 1. Greenfield side by side with Flickinger for 5th. But your top 4 are single file down the front stretch. Into the second half of this heat race we go. Godfrey and Traeger separated by about a kart length into turn 3. White flag displayed that time to the Ironton, Minnesota driver, Jackson Godfrey, a winner on season championship night, and he'll take home the heat race victory in BP Wing. Jackson Godfrey wins, Luke Traeger in second, Kaysen Rylson third, fourth will go to the 10 of Jackson Goff, and fifth the 4L of Lucas Greenfield, and rounding out the Top 6 will be the 16J of Jasmine Flickinger, excuse me. All right, so we will run the heat race here for the Race of Champions in the rookie red plate class. Then we will sweep the track before doing qualifying for all the rest of the divisions running Race of Champions. All right, this is the Race of Champions heat race in the rookie red plate class. On the pole for this heat race, out of Arlington, Minnesota, the 18P of Connor Powers. To his outside from Warsaw, Minnesota, in the 13, that's Finn Cook. On the inside of Road 2 from Rose Creek, Minnesota, the 44K of Cohen Vogt. And on the outside of Road 2 from Miltona, Minnesota, the 14 of Kaysen Negan. Third row on the inside from Chamberlain, South Dakota, it's the F10 of Mateo Farnsworth. And on the outside of row 3 from Polina, Iowa, driving the AHG Van Hoff Trucking, Siebes Graphics, number 67, Owen Hibbing. Karts all fan out into turn 1. We got a kart spinning in turn 2. That was the pole sitter, the 18P of Connor Powers, yellow flag out. Complete restart for the rookie red plates. Karts back in the correct order as we look for the green. And the Race of Champions heat race for the rookie class is once again green. Three wide exiting corner number 2. Everybody makes it out unscathed as we come around. One lap will be scored and give it to the 13 of Finn Cook. Powers into second, but under fire from the F10 of Farnsworth. Farnsworth able to make the pass off of turn 2 and down the backstretch. And now the Chamberlain, South Dakota driver Mateo Farnsworth has started to reel in the leader, Finn Cook. Spinning kart in turn 4. It's the 18P of Connor Powers, the kart that got spun around and collected some other drivers there. Driver looks... Let's see if the driver's okay there. Powers will pull off the speedway. hopefully Powers is okay there as they pulled that cart off the speedway, checking the neck of the driver. They got some whiplash there, but we go back to green. Farnsworth with a big bump to the back of Finn Cook. Challenge for the lead. Farnsworth pulled up alongside Cook, but couldn't make the pass into turn one. Finn Cook continues to show the way with Farnsworth in second. Running in third, the 14 of Kaysen Negan, then Cohen Vogt and Owen Hibbing, your top five. Farnsworth now to the point and pulling away, coming to the white flag. Mateo Farnsworth started in the 5th spot, and he'll have one set of corners to navigate here. Coming to the checkered, picking up the win in the Race of Champions. Heat race for the rookie class is the F10 of Mateo Farnsworth. Finn Cook finishes in second, Kaysen Negan in third, Cohen Vogt fourth, Owen Hibbing fifth, and sixth to the 18P of Connor Powers. And now the final heat race of the afternoon. It's in the Race of Champions rookie class. On the pole from Grenada, Minnesota, in cart number 16 is Riley Escada. Starting in second from Sac City, Iowa, the 3S of Mason Sharn. Second row on the inside from the Mars, Iowa, the 59 of Mason Schultz. And to his outside from Fairmont, the 18C of Caden Court. Fifth and final starter is from Bellevue, Minnesota, in the 12B cart. It's Braxton Sage. That is your lineup for the final heat race of the 2025 season. We'll sweep the track after this heat and then get into qualifying, starting with the Junior 1 class. Escada and Sharn side by side off the corner to drag race into turn one, and now Escada got turned into the infield there. Got a little help there from Mason Schultz. Yellow flag is waving. Complete restart upcoming. And just a heads up to all of the viewers on the Facebook live stream on MBTV Sports, we will be resetting the stream after this heat race, and once the track sweep process has begun, we'll have to restart the stream. So be ready to find the new link for the live stream after this heat race. On Facebook only, yes. Green's out. Mason Schultz with a move from third to first around the first corner. And now he'll lead him off at turn four. One lap down. Mason Schultz with the lead. Side by side for second as it's the 18. Caden Court now setting his sights on the leader. He's got to run to the inside of their turns 1 and 2. New leader, Caden Court. Schultz back into second and now under fire from the 3S of Mason Sharn. They'll go side by side for the runner-up spot. Sharn able to move by Schultz as Schultz will try to cross him over off of turn 2, but Sharn will able to hold him off. 2 to go this time for your leader, Caden Court. White flag waving for the driver out of Fairmont, Caden Court in that 18C cart. He'll go relatively unchallenged to the final set of corners. Checkered flag is out, and Caden Court picks up the win in Race of Champions, heat race number 2 for the rookie class. Sharn second, Schultz third, Sage in fourth, Escada in fifth. And that will do it for preliminary heat racing action here at the Harvest Bash / Race of Champions. We'll take a short break now here as we sweep the track, and there will be a short interruption now for the live stream viewers on MBTV Sports. Those watching on Facebook will need to click a new link as that stream needs to be reset, and all of the viewers on Twitter and on YouTube will see a short interruption, but they will not need to make any changes to their stream. Thanks for everybody for showing up here at the Golden Spike Speedway for the 4th annual Harvest Bash and the 3rd annual Race of Champions. And we will get into qualifying for the Race of Champions class after this short break. So the Junior 1 class followed by Junior 2s. Those would be the first classes to qualify after track sweep. So Junior 1s, please start making your way over toward the grid, as well as the Junior 2s, and we'll get right into qualifying just for the drivers in the Race of Champions after the track sweep. Thank you.